Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Team Talk Tuesday. I'm glad you're able to join us today on the Dog Nation Network, where we get to just talk about something different just about every single day. We got Mental Health Monday, Team Talk Tuesday, we got Brandon and Business Wednesday, we got the Unfiltered Sports on Thursday, and then Friday we got Faith Based Friday. Saturday or Sunday, whenever we have a game, we'll stream through the channel as well. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the team, just a little bit of updates on the Delaware Dogs. Now, first and foremost, last week we were sitting at number one in the division, and now this week we are tied for second in the division due to us not playing last week. We don't have a game this weekend either, so that's going to keep us kind of out of the running for a top spot until we start playing again. Our next game is December 27th at Richmond, Virginia, versus the Richmond Ram Chargers. And so it's going to be a great game. It's going to be an epic game. You want to talk about excitement. You want to talk about competitiveness. You want to talk about a competitive rival, um, a game that's going to be as hype as it is from start to finish. Check us out at Richmond Ram Chargers December 27th because it's going to be an epic game. Like it's going to be a game you don't want to miss. I know I'm going to live stream it. I know they're probably going to live stream as well, but it's really going to be an epic game, and it's going to be one for the books that you don't want to miss. What's going on? Ron's opinion don't matter. Everybody, make sure you go like and subscribe to Ron's opinions. Doesn't matter. Um, on the OG network, he streams our games as well. And so if you don't catch it on our channel, you're definitely going to catch it on his channel as well. Talk about electrifying, talking about fun filled, talking about um, sold out crowds. Like this is what the Delaware Dogs are doing. Um, it just came in yesterday where the Delaware Dogs went from being ranked 24th in the nation to 20th in the nation. And so this is just some huge improvements with the team. It speaks a lot of volume to the staff members. It speaks a lot of volume to the players who are out there sacrificing their time, their bodies to play basketball at a pro level. This team is very exciting to watch. When I tell you, like, you don't want to miss a game from start to finish, you don't want to miss that game. The Delaware Dogs are a team that's going to just give you competitiveness from the time that ball goes in the air to that final whistle. Make sure that you don't miss a beat because you really will miss something if you blink an eye or if you just walk away from the screen. Sometimes what you got to do is just put that volume up loud and just hear the excitement. We have a wonderful crew that comes in and DJs the games and commentates the game as well. And I'm telling you, like, it's just an electrifying environment that you want to be around. The crew at the late night grind show, they do an amazing job just being at the games, being a DJ, and really just commentating the games overall. Talking about where we were last year, we were in a spot where we only won three actual games. There was some teams that forfeited on us that just didn't show up, ended their season early for whatever reason. But we didn't count those in the official win column. But we actually went out there and won three official games last year. This year, at this time, we stand at 5-2. So we already won two games more than what we did last year. But also we're nationally ranked this year. Last year we weren't even close to being nationally ranked. Last year we went into the second round of the playoffs and we got knocked out of the second round of the playoffs to Wyoming Valley Clutch. This year I'm hoping that we get to make a run in the playoffs. There's three teams in our division right now that is making a run for that number one spot. That is Edgewood 97ers or something like that. I can't remember their name. I'm sorry, and I apologize if I butchered that. You have the Richmond Ram Chargers, and then you have the Delaware Dogs. So these three teams are just battling it out game after game, week after week for that number one spot within the division. It's going to be, just really coming down to that last game to determine, who's going to take that final spot, who's got the tiebreaker, who's got whatever it may be to get that upper hand. And the good thing is that the way the playoffs is formatted is, within your division. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the top 5 teams make the playoffs. But just think how competitive you have to be in order to get to the playoffs, because there are some divisions where there are about 15 teams within that division, but you got to let it play out week by week. And you got to be able to go out there and put some points on the board. You got to be able to have different strategies every single second that you're playing a game of basketball, because no minute is ever the same when you're playing in the American Basketball Association. And I say that in a good way, because, 1 minute you're coming down and you scoring a three, the next minute, the other team's taking the ball from you and they're capitalizing on some of the unique rules within the ABA. So just think about that. If you guys ever find yourself not doing something over the weekend and the Delaware Dogs have a game, I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to check us out in person or live, because you don't want to miss that opportunity at all. I know we do have a game coming up in January where we're going to be playing in Philadelphia, and it's going to be really, really unique to be back in Philadelphia for the second time, to really just capitalize on how we play as a team, and to really showcase for the city that I grew up in. And I'm excited for this opportunity. I know my guys are excited for this opportunity, and it's really fun to travel to different teams to see how each team hosts their games and what it's like to see, as an owner, hey, you guys did this very well. Where'd you come up with that idea from? And just start networking with each other, and putting that business together that way. Because if another owner is struggling with fundraisers, I have a few fundraisers in my back pocket that I'll pull out and say, hey, here you go. This helped us out. This might be able to help you guys out as well. It's a team effort. Even though we're business owners, team owners, and we're competitors, it's always a good feeling to want to help someone else out when it comes to those fundraiser ideas and sponsorship ideas. Um, we have a unique opportunity this year to travel up to Rhode Island and play in Providence, Rhode Island, versus a right now an undefeated team in the New England Lightning. I think that's going to be a very exciting game. I think that's going to be a game that's going to test the waters for both teams, to see how an undefeated team is still going to play when someone comes into their home court that is nowhere near close to where they are from. It's about a 7 or 8 hour drive for us one way just to get up there, and then we got to turn around and drive back. So just think about the competition, the hungriness, the grit, and the grind that these dogs got when we got to go up there and we got to play in Providence to hopefully end their undefeated streak. We have to just really watch out for the weather as well, because if it snows and teams can't host because venues are closed, then we have to postpone the game or reschedule it for a different time because of weather. And that happened to us a couple times last year. It happened to us once so far this year. And so just keep that in mind as well. If you guys ever, ever come to a game, you will not be disappointed. I can guarantee you that, because the fact that you can see people get dunked on, like literally put on a poster, and then you can see that same video of someone being dunked, or that person being dunked on that you watch live, get put on social media, and look at how many views it got in a span of an hour. Like, it gets put out there like that, and people share it, and people post it, and people talk about it. Um, you know, it's interesting how fast the internet can just put things out there, and how fast someone can just really look at it in the blink of an eye. I really like the opportunity that I get to sit at the games and I can record and take pictures and really be a part of the game in a different way. I don't have to sit on the sideline and coach this year. I don't have to sit on the sideline and worry about how many players are going to be at the game or anything like that. I can sit back and I can focus on bigger picture things, which means how can I grow the organization to be a better organization? How can I bring in sponsorships? How can I bring in, the community? How can I get the community involved in what we do? Being a professional basketball team, it is important that you have the backs of the community there to support you, to uplift you, to show up to your games and root for you. Right? We got different opportunities where there's some sponsors that are donating swag bags and different things like that we raffle off, and it's really a great opportunity. Um, and I challenge you guys, if you haven't been to a Delaware Dogs basketball game, come in person and watch a Delaware Dogs basketball game. If not, check us out uh, on YouTube here, or even on Twitch or Facebook Live. I try to stream to multiple platforms at one time. That way, we can really get a feel for the different platforms and to bring in a broader audience that's going to support us, that's going to rally around us, to encourage us and to root for us on our road to the playoffs, to the national championship game. When we make it to the playoffs and we win our division, we have the opportunity to play, the in the region, and then if we win our region, then we go on to playing in the national Final Four and hopefully the national championship game. And so just um, think about how that's going to help grow the fan base, how we're going to need support with travel, how we're going to need support with just different things like that. And to answer someone's comment in the chat there who asked who are the Delaware Dogs, the Delaware Dogs is a pro basketball team with the American Basketball Association. We're in our second season with the American Basketball Association. We're based out of Delaware. Last year we were the Dover Dogs. We were playing all of our games in Dover, Delaware, and this year we decided to just rebrand our name from Dover Dogs to Delaware Dogs, because it gives us a more of a unique opportunity to get more sponsorships to play up and down Delaware. Right now, we are the uh, oldest, as of right now, the oldest standing ABA team in the state of Delaware. I know there was a team in Delaware within the ABA a few years back, and they only last like 3 to 5 seasons. My goal is to continue to push forward and continue to play within the American Basketball Association as long as possible, to possibly even be the first NBA team in the state of Delaware. So there's a lot of hopes for the Delaware Dogs. I have a lot of you know aspiring dreams for the Delaware Dogs, but I know that it's going to come within time, as we win games, as we sell out tickets, as we do what we're doing that's working for us. We're going to see a lot of this stuff happen. It's just going to take time. And it's not something that you can just go to sleep, close your eyes, and then expect it to be overnight and it's just working for you or anything like that. No, it's going to take time. It's going to take sweat. It's going to take some tears. It's going to take an army of people to surround you in order to help you get to where you need to be at. I've got that army of people that is surrounding me right now. That's helping me grow. My coaching staff, they're taking a lot of the load off of my back to help train and develop the dogs, so that way they can grow and they can continue to push forward for the remainder of the season. And when we look at how we're being blessed, it's not necessarily always about the money that's coming in. It's about the in-kind donations and in-kind sponsorships or whatnot. I have a vision. I have a dream that if not this year, next year, we will have that opportunity to uh, have a venue that could sit about 2,000 fans. And in that venue, when we sit 2,000 fans, it's sold out. And we got fans cheering for us from not only just our area, but from the surrounding areas. People want to come watch us play. If you guys ever heard of the Savannah Bananas, they travel. And when they travel, they sell out every single game. And that's what I inspire for the Delaware Dogs. When we travel to the away team games, we got fans in every single city, every single state that's cheering for us and rooting for us, so that way we can sell out. It's going to not only help us because we're bringing that home crowd energy to all of our games, but it's going to help the other team as well when it comes to revenue, right? Because if we got, let's say, 2 or 3 thousand fans in Georgia, and we go play a game down in Atlanta, Georgia, then I would expect at least anywhere between a couple hundred to all 2-3 thousand fans to come out to that game and watch us play, and show support. But again, it takes a army of people that's going to surround us to help uplift us. I highly encourage you guys to really just check us out. Check our social media out on Instagram, on Facebook, here on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, right? Check us out. See what we're about. See what we got going on, because it's going to help push us to do better, to want to continue to grow our fan base, to want to continue to give back into the community. There's a lot that we can do as we continue to gain that support, and there's a lot that we can give back to within that community by showing that support. Uh, and I'm really excited to watch the second half of this season unfold and see where we're going to go within the American Basketball Association. If you really get an opportunity to check out the American Basketball Association as a whole, they have Facebook, Instagram as well. You can see a lot of what's happening around the league. You can go to their website, check them out, and see about the teams in your area. Right, that's a start. Is checking out the teams in your area. Um, Believe it or not, one of our most competitive games that we had last year was against Richmond Ram Chargers and against PG Valor. This year, so far, our most competitive games were against Philly Thunder, against DC Senate, and I'm going to say it now, it's going to be against the Richmond Ram Chargers as well. Um, I can't speak about the other games right now, but I know this is our next game, and I know that they are preparing for us just as we are preparing for them. They can see our games as they are live streamed here on YouTube. They can really get a feel for who we are as a team, and we can do the same thing, going to their social media, looking at the games and different things like that. But knowing that no matter what, it's always going to be a packed venue. It's going to be an opportunity to have some good food, because they got some good food trucks down there that really, you know, throw down in the kitchen, and it's crazy, but it's some good food out there. But also they have a good spirit and a good community that supports them. They had a announcer that was down there, and we played a game, and um, the announcer was cheering for us at one point, not because he had to, but because he wanted to, because he could see the hustle in the players. He could see what the players were doing, and he could see that they were doing a really good job with playing as a team, and motivating the guys on the sideline, laughing with the guys or whatnot. And it's more than just a game of basketball. Honestly, it's a family, and as you build that family, as you build that pact with your team, with other teams, you can really figure out who you can communicate with a lot more, to say, hey, listen, we just lost a game. Do you have an opportunity for us to fill a game, or can you fill a game for us? Whatever the case may be. But there's those opportunities there, and you meet some great people just by being a business owner. As an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur, I'm finding different ways, and I'm learning new ways on how to grow the Delaware Dogs merchandise. So, I'm always wearing something that has Delaware Dogs on it. We got shorts that has the Delaware Dogs logo on it. We got shirts hoodies that have that logo on it as well. We got T-shirts with the same logo on it. We're currently working right now on a hoodie that is supporting mental health. The goal with that hoodie is to uh, sell and raise awareness for mental health. And 15% of all proceeds that come in from those hoodies will then be donated to an organization that specializes in helping individuals with mental health. And that's just a goal of mine. That is something that I want to do. That is something that I want to put the Delaware Dogs name and organization attached to. There's a lot of other things that we can go out there and we can support as well, but I want to start somewhere that it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the people around me, and so I want to be able to take this opportunity to give back to something bigger than just me, something bigger than the Delaware Dogs. I don't want no credit for anything. I just want to be able to say, hey, I helped this young man achieve his goal of playing pro basketball, and then he had an opportunity to uh, help someone else in a different way, something that is more than a game of basketball. It's bigger than life. And so when we come together as a community, as a support system, we can really go out there and we can make someone else's day. We can change someone's life around just by a small gesture. And so you never know what can happen with a simple gesture. And something I really want to do too on Team Talk Tuesdays as well is I want to be able to just have you guys in the chat ask questions about the team, ask questions about the owner, me. I want to be able to really make this more community oriented. The goal is to have a player or a staff member of the Delaware Dogs on Team Talk Tuesday with me as we interview them. We ask them questions, ask them about their mindset and the perspective and the vision of the Dogs and where they're going, where they would like to see the Dogs go, how they anticipate the Dogs getting to their goal and reaching their vision. I want to be able to get that trophy and just hold it in my hands and celebrate with my team and say, you guys did it. Like, you really did it. After 2 years of playing in the American Basketball Association, you guys were able to win a national championship. I want teams to want to play us because of the competition. I want teams to want to play us because we are the team to beat. People are watching us. We are the underdogs. People will fear us and people will forget about us. But when we come creeping in and knocking at your door, just know that we're not going down without a fight. Dogs are coming in to play, and we are coming in ready to give a good match in basketball. I anticipate this season to be a very, very successful season. It's already successful and it's already exceeded the standards that we have had since preseason. And, we're coming in this year with some unfinished business, and that's the playoffs. We made it to the playoffs and we got knocked out. We got some unfinished business. We're going into the playoffs this year, and we're hoping that we can make it to the second, third round. And if we even get that first round bye, that still puts us in a situation where, okay, we're in that next round. If we win, we're in the next round after that. And then we kind of just take it day by day until it's time to say our season is over. We've done all that we can do, and everything in our control is done. And so I'm really excited about this opportunity. I'm working on now just finding different ways to give back to our community, to give back to the youth. One of the things that I want to do within the Delaware Dogs is to, and I mentioned this last week, is start this Junior Dog Foundation, is to run different sports travel teams and different clinics and stuff like that. And just knowing that it's bigger than just basketball. There's other sports out there. We're teaching the fundamentals. We're teaching proper forms. We're teaching the importance of respect. We're teaching the importance of being a student athlete, meaning that you are a student first. You must do well in the classroom. If you anticipate to go play a sport at the next level, your coaches are going to look at your grades, and you will not be able to play if you do not have good grades. And I stress the importance of student athletes first, because when we look at injuries do happen. So in a worst case, and God forbid this happens to anyone, worst case scenario is that you get hurt and you have a season or career ending injury. You have to have something to fall back on. And that's why I stress the importance of getting that degree, because then you have something you can fall back on, something that you can look at and really just lean on to help bring in some income, and kind of go from there. Yes, it's fun to be around the basketball universe. It's fun to be around the sports world and the sports universe, and really just playing a game. But sometimes it takes a toll on your body, it takes a toll on your family, it takes a toll on your mental health and different things like that. And so you have to be able to take advantage of everything that you have in front of you. Um, and so, yeah, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up to the chat really fast. And if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and throw them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions to the best of my ability. And then we will just take it from there. And while we wait for some questions or anything to be thrown into the chat, if you haven't already, like I said before, go check us out on social media. Go check us out on YouTube. Go see what we're about. Go see how we are actually playing basketball. See how exciting and electrifying the games are, because I can't make it up. It's just the truth. You see people getting a shot blocked. You see people getting put on a poster and dunked on. You see people turning the ball over and coming back and we scoring. Like, there's a lot that we're doing within this team, and it allows us to have some fun while we're playing a game of basketball. So again, while we wait, go ahead and throw some questions in the chat, that you might have that I could potentially answer to the best of my ability, and kind of go from there. If you got any friends out there that don't even know about the Delaware Dogs, or they might be a first timer, have them check us out on YouTube. Have them check us out on Instagram. Have them check us out on Facebook. Come out to a game in person and experience the electrifying game that we have. I remember our third game of the season. We went to DC Cent. Was it the fourth game of the season? I believe it was. Fourth game of the season, yes. Fourth game of the season, sorry. We went down to DC Senate and we played them in their venue, and we were just going back and forth, scoring points, turning over, scoring points, turnover, score points. It was just back and forth with them. And then we got to the fourth quarter and we were down by, I want to say we were down by 7 or 8 points. We knocked that lead down to 3 points. There was 2 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. We got the ball. Ball gets inbounded. Player comes and shoots the ball. Shoots a three-pointer at that. The whole gym just goes silent, like completely silence, where everybody's just like anticipating the shot and they're looking, and then like he shot that three-pointer, it goes in, and everybody's going crazy. Like, even the people at the score table were going crazy, and it was like, you jinxed it. And I was like, because I had told him, I said, watch, he's probably going to get the ball and he's going to shoot that three and he's going to make it. We're going to go into overtime. We're going to be here for a little bit longer, but just know this game's going into overtime. And as soon as I looked at him, and it's like, yeah, you called it, and we talking and laughing about, but just like, it was electrifying. It was the entire atmosphere was live. It was there. Like, you had to be there to experience the game tying three that put us into overtime versus DC Senate basketball. And like I said, it's very electrifying to watch them. I get excited when I talk about my team because I love my team. I love the the players, the staff members that are part of the organization that are making us better every single day. There's a coach. He goes by Unk, and he's a Navy veteran. And if I'm not mistaken, he's a Navy veteran. But also, from what I hear, he's also a great cook, and he's one of the coaches that you can go to and talk to him about anything. And he's there to listen. He's there to support you. He's there to uplift you. There's Coach Cleo. He's there as well. He's making sure that if you come to a home game, that the away team and the referees are going to their locker rooms and getting situated right away. He's making sure that the teams are doing good, that we have everything that we need. You got Coach Logan, who the man behind the stats, making sure the stats is taken correctly. He's the man that makes sure that the uniforms are being brought to the games and different things like that, right? And then you got the head coach himself, right? You got Coach B, who's out there. He's really like with the guys every single day. He's teaching them everything that he knows about the game of basketball to develop them to grow, to be better. It's like I said, it's really an electrifying experience. And just to go back to the DJ and the late night grind show, the announcers, they even got this guy that comes to the games with them who does videos and interviews and stuff like that. And he got his camera set up on a tripod. And sometimes I'm like, man, like he's got his camera set up on a tripod, but it doesn't look like he's recording anything. And then it blows my mind because it's just like different highlights pop up on their Instagram page about the dogs and them playing basketball. I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. Like they come out, they support us, they share information about the team on their social media platforms. They're helping us grow our fan base at the same time. And I think it's a great opportunity, a unique experience for everyone. It's something different. And then you look at the fact that you have the merchandise. The merchandise is going like crazy. Like first game, people were buying dogs shirts, hoodies. Like it was just like t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters. Like it's just going. People were buying them. The concessions, like the first two games, home games we had, I believe we sold out of concessions like that. Like within a half, we sold out of concessions. So like, there's the opportunities for you to come out to support the Delaware Dogs, whether it's given towards concessions, whether it's given towards transportation, whether it's given towards the merchandise, whether it's given towards the game day cost, the game day experience, right? You can play a part in helping us grow as an organization. And I encourage you guys, if you want to support the Delaware Dogs, if you want to give back to the organization, reach out to me and I'll be glad to help you guys understand what it is that we might be looking for. You can reach out to me on Instagram through the Delaware Dogs Instagram, which is dogs_basketball_. You can reach out on Facebook, which is Dogs Basketball. You can reach out on email. You can reach out an email, and it's doverdogs@icloud.com. So there's a lot of different opportunities and ways you can get in contact with me personally, and I'll be more than happy to just email you back or just message you back and give you more information about what we're doing as a basketball organization and the ways that we're trying to grow. I appreciate the fan base that we have. I appreciate the support. I got some big things happening for our organization, and I think that within the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to be doing some bigger and better things within our organization, and a lot of people are going to want to come try out for the Delaware Dogs, and a lot of people are going to want to get their name out there on the map and play overseas and play at the NBA level or whatever it may be. But there's a lot of unique opportunities out there. So with that being said, if you guys don't have no questions for me, I am going to give you guys the rest of your night back. I appreciate the love and support of everyone that joined in today. So thank you guys all for tuning in to Team Talk Tuesday tonight. I look forward to seeing you guys next week on Team Talk Tuesday bring a friend that might be interested in checking us out. Also, come check us out tomorrow. Is Wednesday. We're going to be doing some talking about business and branding and different ways you can grow your business. So if you have any entrepreneur friends, bring them out tomorrow for Business and Branding Wednesday so we can hear what they're doing and how we can help support them and get their business growing even more effective and efficiently than what they already have going. So again, I appreciate you guys, and you guys have a great rest of your night. Until next time, everyone, y'all stay classy. Y'all have a great night, and go dogs.